Hello, welcome to the Sideboard one last time here at the StarCityGames.com Standard Open in Indianapolis, part of the SCG Tour, brought to you by Twitch, Ultimate Guard, and Patrick Sullivan's favorite, Tig Tone. I am Nick Miller here with our Open champion, Anthony DeVarti. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This trophy is for you, one of our new golden trophies. Now, coming into this weekend, a lot of people had pinpointed Crassus and the Sultai deck and the red decks is kind of where you want to be.
Yep.
How did you end up on the deck of your choice?
We were testing out everything we could think of, and we weren't finding anything that was like really great. So I just decided to play the best deck rather than play sweet cards, and then I saw this list, which was green-black, the best deck, plus Hydrate Crisis, which is a really sweet new card.
Yep.
So I got to do both of those things.
All right, that's what you want to do coming into a new format. And unlike a lot of past standard opens, you know, back when we were showing the set twos, not a lot of new cards impacted the format. This weekend, new cards were all over the place. Of course, Crassus was just the card of the tournament, I think, by and large. And take us through how well that card performed for you, and it was just everywhere.
So I don't know a lot of people that have cast Sphinx's Revelation more than me, but I'm counting every time I cast Hydroid Crisis as that. It felt like it. Yeah,
and obviously that card was dominant in Return to Ravnica Standard. This card, very similar to that. A little bit of a different shell, but you know, your game one mirror match in the quarterfinals, that looked like a Sphinx's Rev mirror. You guys were counting deck size, just trading resources all game.
Yeah.
Take us through that match. What was the key to, you know, you lost game one there, but then you won the two post-board games.
Yes, it was very fortunate. So I had been sideboarding not super well in that kind of green-black mirror match. I played the mirror against Dylan Donegan, and after I sideboarded incorrectly and then still got very lucky and won. He actually showed me how to sideboard correctly, because he's just like that kind of a human being.
Yeah, Dylan's a master.
Yeah, he just showed me how to sideboard correctly afterwards, and so I just started doing that.
Pretty good person to take some advice from.
Yep, can't hurt.
Semifinals, you took down the Esper control deck, and Nick Cowden was doing really well this tournament. Obviously, he had a good plan for the Sultai decks, but you were able to just get under him. I think he missed a land drop in game 3, which was huge.
Yeah, he did.
But your sideboard plan, again, you had counterspells and duresses, and that was pretty good to disrupt what he was doing.
Oh yeah, just having access to 4 duress and then you know, your negates and disdainful stroke was really, really good to just kind of not have to be so scared of like wraths in general.
Yeah, unlike Return to Ravnica Standard, the wraths are counterable now. A little more helpful.
Oh yes.
Finals matchup, you had to feel pretty good in game 2 after the duress and saw a handful of lands, and that seemed to be all he drew after that. So. Oh
yeah, that was there were not a lot of non-land cards drawn in that second game at all from my opponent. Me, I drew gas the whole time. It was great.
Yeah, I mean that's what that deck does. And
yeah.
We saw that last format. Golgari did the same thing. This deck, you're just upgrading that deck. I have to say, is that the deck to beat going forward?
I think it does feel like the deck to beat going forward. Absolutely, yeah.
How would you go about building your deck to try to adjust to that going forward?
I would drastically change my sideboard, because I saw a lot of the Sultai decks playing like Hostage Taker to go over the top in the mirror, and that looked really, really very good. The Tender Shoot Dryad that we had for that plan didn't work out as expected, but I think there's that, or I think people are going to play that Tocatli Honor Guard.
Right, that card, I saw a few people playing it and talking up, knowing that this deck was going to be important this weekend, and it showed up in a few matches. There was only, I think, one in the top 8, but I think you dodged that.
Yes.
And you were pretty set.
Yes, that was very happy to not be playing against that creature.
All right, any closing thoughts or shout-outs or anything this weekend?
Yeah, I just want to say a special thank you to my friends who sat around here waiting for me this whole time. I want to say thank you very much to Legendary Games in Richmond, Kentucky and Lexington, Kentucky. It's my hometown store, and they never stop trying to teach me how to be good at Magic, sometimes against their own best interest.
Well, they got to be happy for you now.
Oh, I'm sure.
We're all happy for you. Congratulations. You're
Thank
the champion
you again.
in week 1. I'm going to send it over to Patrick and Cedric to close it out here in Indianapolis.